Today I'll be explaining about Vastu. See, you all people are always confused. What is Vastu? What is astrology? Is numerology better? Or Reiki is good? Or tarot is good? Or palmistry is good? Too many ways to reach the future predictions. So I'll explain step by step how it works. See, you can just name it that one of the Vedangas is astrology, Jyotish. Jyotish is Jyoti. Jyoti is light from the eyes, seeing the light of the future. What happens is astrology, you can just take it like a big umbrella which can see everything. Now put all other things like numerology, palmistry, tarot. I'm not going against any of it, so just take it like a disclaimer. I'm not going against any of you. I'm just saying what happened is they are small parts of the bigger umbrella, which is astrology. How it works? See, at one time, whatever your energy is talking, tarot cards will read that thing out to you. What is palmistry? Palmistry is reading the lines to understand who you are and what is coming to you. These lines keep on changing with whatever karmas you do. You look at the hand of one laborer and you look at the hand of one person who is working in office, you will understand the difference in the mounts and everything are there, and immediately whatever karmas you are putting, these lines keep on changing according to it. So what are these like tarot things? These are like micro levels. They speak about energy of today. Whatever is happening today and because of situation today, whatever will happen tomorrow, they will tell you about it. They are like perfect. I'm not saying they are not perfect. They do work. It's not that. So same way, what is Vastu? Vastu is a science of directions. It talks about one direction is like this, what will happen out there, this is this element, this is that element. So how does this science works? This science tells us about the cardinal pattern. Cardinal means like the source of that energy or that point pattern. People keep on mixing Feng Shui and Vastu. Vastu is pure directional science. There is no way to do rectification by using colors or anything in Vastu. So whatever rectification we do, it comes from where? Feng Shui. But if we look at the Feng Shui directions, it talks almost reverse of many directions what Vastu talks about. What Vastu talks about south, what Feng Shui talks about south is totally different. But when we talk about like color patterns or air patterns or putting a chime or putting a yantra, it all comes from Feng Shui. So we do the rectifications using the Feng Shui methods. So what is Vastu again? It's a science of directions. That if we have food eating area, say in west, why it will be good? Because it will have some cooling rays out there. If we have a house facing north or northeast, why it will be good? Because there will be some sunrise or some light coming from that side, or air needs to come from that side. So it talks about Yamsthan or Ishan cones, Kuber, and all these deities which had been given these things. So what we do is we have 4 directions: north, south, east, west, and then we create half the directions, and then we create 8 by 8 grid, and then in the middle we put Brahmasthan, And we use Vastu Purush to create one mandala or the whole zone around it because of the mythological story of this Vastu Purush. What is this Vastu Purush? Vastu Purush was a person who escaped suddenly and started eating everything. Then one mythological story talks about Shani Dev putting the force on it, and one talks about Hanumanji putting the force towards it and putting the place, and the Vastu Purush agreed that if you will give me all these things, I'll just stay still in the earth. So according to that energy of Vastu Purush, we create a certain science of directions so that Vastu Purush should not get disturbed. Now this colors and those things don't affect Vastu Purush because Vastu Purush is a structural thing, directional thing. All these colors, sceneries, planters, bamboos, pyramids all come from Feng Shui. So that's a mix of Vastu. So what is astrology? Astrology is a study of movement of energies we call planets, 9 planets. You must be thinking like why I'm giving such boring story to you all. Is like the reason is I'm just trying to explain the base of it first, then I'll explain how they are interrelated or intercorrelated to each other. So study of planets means 9 energies, which I say where sun is soul and moon is emotions and 5 planets are like 5 elements of our body and Rahu Ketu just the magnetic nodes. So earth is moving, these energies move. So wherever these energies go, they create a certain genetic changes inside you, not outside you, and because of those inside you changes, certain things start behaving in a different way. So for an example, if say Venus energy comes in me, I'll become lazy, more like kingship things, and my environment also starts changing and acting according to it. So here the correlation comes. That whatever is the energy towards me, my house starts looking like that. I use the word house out here, not home. Home is when it talks about all the inhabitants are there. All the people who occupied that house. The house will be family, which makes family when out there makes home. So let's think about home. So home is, say for an example, like a nuclear family nowadays, like say 3 people, husband, wife and a kid, or a husband, wife and 2 kids. Or maybe if parents stay together, then father, mother also along. So it's like 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, something like that. Now, what happens is together they all have their own dashas, they have their own planetary movements, their own genetic changes, and surely all of their rooms, everything will look different. That's how the conflict come nowadays when Sasuma has got a different way in the kitchen and the Bahu has got a different way in the kitchen. And that's how even the conflicts come. That's how the things move. So if there are 5 people in a house, that means 5 different movement of energies. Now here what I say the difference. So if you will say now the same direction will give the same effect to all the 5 inside the house, don't you think there is some common sense error? And if you will say, if Amitabh Bachchan will come and live in that house, and if a beggar will come and live in the house, they both will have the same effect. Don't you think there is some kind of common sense error out there? So how it works? It works that whatever is my dasha, my planetary movement, I will get results according to that, and I need to do karma according to that to generate the values of those energy movements according to that.